Hello everyone, my name is Liza Spirit. I'm a futures day trader and welcome to my YouTube channel. And today in this video I want to share with you guys inside out of the TradingView, some of the features that I've been using. You've seen them in my videos as well. So how can you make the changes to the indicators as well, how you can find those indicators. So some of the features that I personally did not know they exist on TradingView, but they just make your life easier, and especially if you have a subscription, why not to use the TradingView to its full capacity? So let's just dive into the TradingView. We're gonna look into it and we're gonna look into some of the features that I think are gonna be relevant to you guys. All right, that's our TradingView. That's some of my charts. We can literally open any instruments you trade. You're gonna see my indicators. There's a separate video that I recorded for you guys on my indicators specifically. So if you haven't watched that one, go ahead and watch it, because I'm not gonna dive deeper into talking about my indicators here. That's something for another topic, and you already have all of the answers recorded and done for you. So some of the features that I personally didn't know they exist and that I found very useful personally for myself. So when it comes to the TradingView, you can set up and change the colors of the background however you want. You can also change the colors of your candles as well, whatever feels comfortable for you. I know some people, based on the psychology, they like when they don't have candles in a green and red colors. They prefer black and white because it's just better psychologically. And you can change that. You can change the colors of your background, of your candles. It's all personal preference. Just feel free to do that. How do you get into those settings that I have right now on the screen? You just click on the screen anywhere you want and you go to the settings. And you can play around like with canvas. Let's say when you go to canvas, that's the colors you can have. Like that's a white color. You can have some gradient as well from black ones. Or I personally prefer to have a solid color, but not the black one. I don't like how the black looks like. It's too bright for me. I just don't like it. So I have it a little bit bluish, dark blue. You can have it as gray. That's what I also prefer. Grid lines, if you need them, go ahead, add them. They are available for you. I don't like them. They're too messy for me. That's too much for me. Then you can also, you can play around. The watermark is the instrument on the background. You've probably seen some of those videos where you have the name of the ticker that you trade. That's what it is. It's called the watermark. So now you know. And if you plan on recording any of the videos or taking any screenshots, feel free to do that. I again don't like it because it just overloads my chart and my screen. For text on the screen, pick the colors as well, the lines as well, whatever you prefer. Here you can play around with that. That's for the canvas. The symbol, that's what I was talking about, the candles, right? You can set it up as white and you can see it actually changes on the screen, like black and white. That's the body. That's, here you go. If you want to do that, please go ahead. I'm gonna keep and stick to my colors, but again, that's something that many people find it's better psychologically. When it comes to wicks as well, to ticks, you can change all of the colors as well. For time zone, if you struggle with the time zones, especially if you expert and you have your broker connected, make sure that it is the same time zone in your broker, in your TradingView, because I do have my broker connected to TradingView and I trade from the TradingView. So that's super important to make sure that your time zones are matching. And because when you export the data, that it stays consistent. And let's say if you use TradeZella to journal your trades as well and keep track of your trades, make sure that on TradeZella as well, your time zone is the same. So you're just staying consistent among different platforms for the time zones. Status lines, again, different symbols, logos, titles, whatever for indicators, whatever you want to add, feel free to add them. For labels and some of the buttons, also all available here. Bid and ask, I have it hidden. I have the high and low. Some of you asked me how, like in general, do you put, if you look at the right side, you can see that it says high and low. That's something that I like to see because it just helps me to understand what was the high on the day, what was the low on the day, on the previous days as well. When you scroll over the chart, it's going to change, right? You see the high and low on the screen. They are moving depending where you drag it. So, and yeah, you can set those colors for yourself, and the format, again, feel free to play around with the format of the time too. For trading ones, for buy and sell buttons, all available here. It's on top on the screen right here. I love to have them. It's just instant trade. I have them on my phone. I have them here. You just literally click one button. It's just more straightforward right there. Instant order placements, that's something if you have those extra steps that you need to take, click here, instant order placement, that's what's going to happen. You might still have extra notifications from your broker. If you still have this bunch of those messages confirming, even if here you have this instant order placements and all of this is turned off, like extra confirmations are turned off on TradingView, go check your broker. Make sure that it's also turned off from broker, but some brokers, they don't allow you to do that. You can turn off some of the steps, but you cannot turn off completely. For example, I trade with interactive brokers, and when I have that connection, I cannot turn it off completely. I still have to click that confirm button every time when I place it. Play sound for execution. You've probably seen, if you watch online, people trading live and all of those videos of their trades. That's the sound, like, you know, when you close the position, there's this money sound, or yeah, whatever sound you want to pick, here you go. And for appearance, so for profit and loss, you know, when you enter the position, you do have the profit and loss, like when your position is moving. So you're gonna see, where are you currently at? Are you like down $100? Are you down $200? Here, that's where you can change it. If you don't want to get attached to the monetary value, and actually I love doing that exercise, especially when you feel like you're not closing your positions because you're greedy or you're not meeting your daily targets. I encourage, like always, everyone to change it to ticks, to change it to a percentage, so you're not that attached to the monetary value on like making specific money on the day. You focus on execution of your strategy, and yeah, so you don't have that attachment to the monetary value. Reverse button, I love to have it. Let's say when you need to switch the position right away, like if you want to reverse, let's say you were in a long position and you see the position goes against you, and instead of closing that order and placing the new one, which is a time consuming, you can press that one button and it's going to reverse the position for you. It's going to close the previous one right away, and it's going to buy the new one right away to switch the sides. So orders, again, the profit loss, execution ones, and yeah, alerts, all of those alert lines that you can add some of the specific, and I don't actually use this events button, so I cannot tell you anything about it. I don't know. But that's some of the basic settings that you should just customize it for yourself, just to make yourself comfortable in your trading, because everything is given to you. If you struggle, if you don't like your setup, if it's not convenient for you, just do it. Like spend literally like half an hour over the weekend just trying to optimize whatever works best for you, and that everything is set up for your success. Then what else do we have here? For indicators, how do you find and how do you add the indicators? Indicators, literally just go ahead and search them, whatever you need. If you need, I don't know, ADR, just go ahead and find some of them. That's what I did. I just found the simplistic one, whatever I like the most. Feel free to add another one, see how it looks, and you can play around with that. Forecast, I don't know what it is, but I just like added a bunch of you guys to show it. So that's extra indicators. You can go ahead, like this is the community ones, like some top ones, trending ones. Yeah, just play around with that. If you're looking for specific indicators, that's how you can go ahead and search for them. The volume, net volume, the technicals that are, this one, the technicals, when you don't have anything on the right side, those ones are already built in by TradingView, and then you have those ones that are shared by the community, and yeah, just add whatever you want. Add it to your favorites so it always stays. If it disappears, you have it saved. And now I added a bunch of them on my screen, and yeah, that's all of your indicators. And then you can remove it if it's needed, right? Not needed, actually. For, like, yeah, that's how it looks. So you can delete it completely. And you also have a settings for your every indicator. So you can see how do you want to display it. Let's say we want to talk about and fix this ADR. So you can pick the colors that you want. How do you want it to have it? You want to have it dashed, you want to have a solid line, and if it's a solid line, how big of a line it is. So here we go, the line got changed, right? Maybe it's going to be 10. Yeah, here you go, right? Then maybe you want to have it like this. Just, yeah, play around, see what's better for you. That's the text on top, so it's easier to see. And you can pick the style, again, based on your personal preference, the visibility, and yeah, maybe this one is better for you, right? It's gonna work out. But you can go ahead and play around with that. You can reset the settings of the original, how they were, and you can remove the, hide the indicator if it's needed as well, right? Or you can add it to your favorites in case of anything. So yeah, I will delete that one at the bottom as well. I don't know where it came from, but cleaned it out. What other indicators templates, if you need to upload it from somewhere, maybe somebody shared the indicator with you, so you can upload the indicator as well. Other things, the candles. That's next to the indicators, we have the candles tab, how you want to see those candles, the style of those candles, here you go, based on the volume. So the size is different based on the volume. And yeah, I just stick to my regular ones, but feel free to play around with it. Just literally look at different styles and see what is best for you and for different. Here we go, right? The volume footprints should up, yeah. So feel free to add and test out what's working. You can use the bars like this as well. Just again, depending on your style and how you trade. That's for the candles, for indicators, for the canvas and background things. How do you add alerts? Alert is here also, the button next to it. And you can make sure, like, if it's crossing certain level, if it's going up, if it's going down, you can set the alert on at a specific price. I love using it for trading stocks because you can set the specific price. I don't know, S&P 500. I want to set the alert at 600. So when it's gonna reach 600, I will get the alert on my phone because I trade on my phone, right? So that's where you can set it all up and yeah, have it here on the chart, and that's when it's going to be your alert. It's here. You see, if you hover it, you're going to see SPY crossing 600, and when it's going to cross this line, that's when you're going to get alerted that it reaches 600. So yeah, and you can delete alert if it's not needed, but play around with that as well. Next to it is a replay button. That's what you're gonna use for backtesting and replaying. I have a separate video on the backtesting as well that you can go ahead and watch and check it out. But that's your backtesting that you can, you can replay certain trades. You can go as further back as much as you need, but that's your space here too. I want to exit the replay mode. Some extra tools that you also, like I personally find just good to know and I did not know. For lines, some of my favorite ones, you can see that they are already marked as favorite ones. The horizontal line and ray. Why do I like the ray one? Because it helps if you are a trend line trader. It helps you to start from like one touch, the second touch as well. So it just helps you to build all of those lines. Let's say if I open CL, you're gonna see some of my drawings here, which I haven't been trading CL for some time. But yeah, if you have this line, you can literally put the downtrend here. And then I can also play around with more touch points, right? So yeah, I personally like to have it handy and just highlight it as favorite as well. And some extra lines, I use horizontal line. You can build some extra blocks as well, depending on your style. Probably you've seen that. For horizontal ray, that's when it's going to be like on top here. That's only going to be one side. If you want to have it on the full screen, that's going to be your regular horizontal line. And this is just from one point to another point. And for lines, yeah, you can change the colors, you can change the size, and you can also specify the price, and you can set the alerts on specific lines. Let's say when it's crossing up once per bar. So if the bar goes above or below, like from depending from which direction it goes. So once the bar, the candle touches the line, you're gonna get the alert as well. So that's an amazing thing to set up and play around. You do have some extra tools here. If you trade with all of these ones, I don't even look at that. I don't need that. I don't look at that. So feel free to do around and play around with that if it's some part of your strategy as well. So that's technically from my end. That's what I use. And yeah, you can just also build more things. I just feel like it's too much. You don't need to overcomplicate it. And you can draw things if you need. If you want to, like, you know, how they draw, this one's going to go down. And this is like predicting the trend. And here you go. Drawing classes. Some more of a drawing classes here on the TradingView if you need to mark something. So, and you can just go ahead and delete it. Text, if you need to write text, if you want to add some stickers as well. I like sometimes the ruler for specific levels, just kind of understanding as well, but never use it. Never use it. It's just all your personal preference here as well. So technically, personally, for me, that's it. That's what I use on the daily basis. Nothing else is needed. For indicators, how to add the indicators and symbols, you just click on a search. Let's say I want to add gold. I searched in futures, and that's one I'm looking for. You click here, and yeah, you just add the symbol, right? Or you can compare it to anything else that you need. You can create your own watch list. Let's say, yeah, just click it here. Add the symbol. You can move it around however you want, and you can create your watch list as well. You can have different watch lists. I have a separate one for crypto that I don't think it's here. It's probably another layout that I have it here, but I just have one watch list. I don't actually change between the watch list. I just prefer to use one. It's just more convenient for me. and some extra advanced view of your watch list if you want to see. If I again don't use that. It's up to you. You can customize the columns. That's something that is personally enough for me. That's all your alerts, like the data windows, the different areas as well. You can open several tabs if it's needed as well. So yeah, that's like technically that's it. I don't think you need anything else. I mean, another important features at the bottom is your replay trading. We already talked about it, and we have the trading panel. That's where you can actually do the paper trading. If you are just practicing and you want to practice on simulator, you can go ahead and do it here. That's a brokerage simulator created by TradingView. Not always works ideally. Sometimes it's a little bit slow, but for practice reasons, perfect. I've never experienced like problems practicing on it. But overall, it looks great. You can click all other brokers and find your broker as well. If you want to connect it, feel free to do that as well. Like all of the different ones are available here on the screen. And yeah, that's the major ones. Again, I don't want to overcomplicate it, but that's how I go ahead and set up the things, right? And you can have separate styles if you want a black, if you want a dark, do whatever you want, whatever works best for you. But that's the major ones. And yeah, I think that's probably it for now. Let me know if you have any more questions. Would be happy to share more with you guys if you want to dive deeper into the specific feature. But those ones are the main ones. And yeah, let me know if you want me to expand into something, or if you have any questions about some of the things that I just talked about and went over. Thank you everyone for watching, and have an amazing rest of your week and amazing trading as well.